Hi, welcome back to the channel and to a very steamy day on Villefranche Beach. And we've got a very special video for you today because over the last few weeks you may have read in the newspapers about a number of the biggest villas here on the Côte d'Azur being seized by the authorities because they belong to oligarchs with connections to Vladimir Putin. Well, today we're going to take you on a tour of the seized villas of the French Riviera. So we're on our way to the first of our villas, and we're very lucky today that we have the resident property and oligarch specialist Mr. Boo in his special bling bling glasses. Are these in honour of oligarchiness?
Yes, they must be.
Who's going to attempt to direct us to these modest mansions and hopefully find them. Because, you know, when I was a kid, if they repossessed your council house, they boarded it up, and I'm kind of intrigued to see whether there'll be chains on the gates and whether there'll be boards at the windows to stop them getting in. So anyway, Mr. Boo, where is our first villa?
We're heading to Aix.
Aix-sur-Mer or Aix-Village?
Aix-sur-Mer.
Aix-sur-Mer, where Mr. Bono lives.
Where Mr. Bonio lives.
But we're not going to Mr. Bonio's villa, are we?
No, that's not been seized.
Whose villa are we going to?
We're going to Mr. Rottenberg's.
Mr. Rottenberg's? That's a very unforgettable name for an oligarch, isn't it? Mr. Rottenberg.
He and his brother own several properties in Aix and along the Côte d'Azur.
Oh, well, folks, strap in. Let's go and see if we can find seized villa number 1. And as we pass through Beaulieu, quick bit of news: they've opened a Picard in Beaulieu. I bet the oligarchs are delighted, don't you?
I bet they are.
But yes, Picard in Beaulieu, near Souperou, in the railway station. Top tip.
Can you freeze caviar?
You can freeze assets though, can't
But
you?
you can freeze assets.
Oh.
Frozen.
So we are coming into Aix now. And where is this villa, Mr. Boo?
It's on the Chemin des Œillets.
Des Œillets.
Do you know what œillet?
No, what are œillets?
Œillets are daisies.
Daisies, how lovely. A fragrant street for an oligarchian villa. Well, let's see if we can find it. So, Mr. Boo, Mr. Rottenberg, what do we know about him?
Well, I'm glad you asked. He is a former judo champion.
Oh, like Mr. Putin.
In fact, he was Mr. Putin's judo buddy or trainer.
How lovely.
True story.
How lovely.
And so, Mr.
Now
Rottenberg.
his villa's in for the chop.
So Mr. Rottenberg and his brother are owners of the biggest constructor of gas pipelines and electric power lines in Russia.
Ah,
There you go.
where now? Oh, there's a chapelle up
Keep going
here.
this way.
Who knew? Did you know there was a chapelle up here?
I didn't know there was a chapelle up here.
No, I like a chapelle, but that's not this video.
We're not here for chapelles and cemeteries.
This is all about villas. Seized villas. It's quite hard work for Elton to get up here.
Oh, look, it says you can't go up that one.
But is that it?
It's up there.
Well, let's risk it for a biscuit. That's a lovely old villa there. Look at that.
Jeez, ooh.
I hope we don't get stuck up here.
Well, you're going the wrong way up a one-way street, so...
Oh my God, are you sure we're meant to go up here?
No, I know we're not meant to go up here.
But is this where it is?
Yeah.
You are just insane. It can't be a one-way street because they won't be able to get to their villa.
It's a one-way street.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how do they get to it? They come drop down to their villa from the corniche.
Maybe.
Well, if it's a one-way street, this is dangerous going up here.
Well, I didn't say we should go up here. I just told you where it is.
Oh. But where is it still further on?
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're gonna get stuck. There's La Ravarang, is it that one?
Nope.
Oh. What's up there? Is it up
The
there?
greenhouse up there.
I am nervous if this is a one-way street. Is that it there?
This is it.
Wow. So we're headed now to Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat and villa number 2. And look, we've happened upon a Citroen 2CV rally. Well, how funny. The 2CV, of course, is the sort of granddaddy of this, isn't it? Or great granddaddy, really. Which was a sort of, as far as I understand it, a bit of low-cost post-war engineering to get people moving in the austere days post the Second World War. And there's a very famous advert where somebody gets a pig in the back of one, I think, and another one where they managed to carry some eggs across a rough farmer's field and not break them. I'm sure we could manage that in Elton. Not
with the Bolio speed bumps.
Not with Bolio speed bumps, no.
Oh, does that smell you?
Oh, that's the smell of
Money.
oligarchs gone off. Well, we're on one of the most expensive bits of real estate in the world and it stinks of rotten eggs. Oh, God. That's absolutely disgusting. It isn't you, is it?
It's not me.
Oh. Oh. Left. Oh. Oh, look. It's the tree man of Alcatraz. So, do you know anything about Villa Shoshana, Mr. Boo?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Like I was saying, Arkady Rottenberg is the brother of Boris Rottenberg. And so as well as the gas and electric pipeline business that they have together, Arkady Rottenberg in the early 2000s bought a textbook company and they make all the school textbooks for the Soviet Union.
So he got all the gas pipeline contract, yes, and then he got all the schools contract.
Oh, he's here.
This is it.
Yeah. You can't go into it, apparently.
And it's another one that was under construction anyway. We're now headed to villa number 3. What's villa number 3, Mr. Boo?
Villa number 3 is near Paloma Beach.
So we're going to go through Saint-Jean village, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a very good seashell museum down there, if you like seashells. She sells seashells on the seashore. Remember that?
I do. My early career. So we're going to go past Paloma Beach on our way to Mr. Ponomarenko's villa.
Ponomarenko? I bet you can't spell that.
Ponomarenko, Ponomarenko. Ding ding ding.
So tell me about Mr. Pomeranian.
Mr. Ponomarenko earned his money building seaports and airports. Mr. Ponomarenko's villa is Villa La Chabanne.
Chabanne?
Now, do you know who used to own Villa La Chabanne?
I don't. but I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
I was going to give you a musical clue.
Is it Andrew Lloyd Webber?
It is.
Oh, what a top fact, Mr. Boo. Mr. Boo's Ding Dong top fact.
Ding dong.
How fantastic. Now, did he sell it to Mr. Pomerankenpum? Or was there somebody in between?
No, it was sold from Andrew Lloyd Webber sold it to Mr. Ponomarenko.
Wow, for how much?
I couldn't possibly say. Insert number here.
We're talking tens of millions.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I think it's 91 million.
91 million?
Yeah.
And
But you know me, I'm not
And
one to
this is a
gossip.
long time ago.
This is 2010?
2010, so
so.
91 million in 2010. I think you could probably add another 30-40 million, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Possibly more.
It's just here in front of us.
So it's coming up to the Madonna, the wonderful Madonna up here. And is this it in here?
It's that side here, yeah, I think so.
We can't quite see into it, but by the magic of television, perhaps we can. Cry for me, Argentina. So we are now headed to the fourth of our 5 seized villas, and this one is a real surprise. Now, which could it be? Which extremely famous villa could it be? In fact, I would go as far as to say that it is one of the most well-known villas in the whole of the French Riviera. It's actually one of the most well-known villas in the world. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Boo?
I would agree.
Because something happened in it that, well, lives on in legend, in rock and roll legend. Are you getting warmer? Have you guessed yet? Have you guessed which the fourth of our seized villas is? Could it be? Could we turn to the left here and discover it? At the world's most disorganised junction. How do we turn left?
You're supposed to turn left there.
Oh, well, I'll have to go up here.
Okay, oh, don't go left.
And then I'll just go around in
Okay.
like this.
Oh yeah, that was almost legal.
Ah, my driving's getting better. And so, here we come. Is it that one on the left-hand side with those huge gates, Mr. Boo?
No.
It's a bit like this Hong Kong Phooey, do you remember? Is it the janitor? Could it be Henry, the mild-mannered janitor? But if we carry on down this road to the bottom, we will come to the gates of this incredibly famous villa, because you guessed it, Villa Nellcôte, the villa I made a video about, the villa where the Rolling Stones recorded their iconic album Exile on Main Street, the villa that lives on in rock and roll history, has been seized by the authorities. Now, what do we know about it, Mr. Boo? Who owns it?
Well, it's owned by Viktor Rashnikov.
Rashnikov. And what did he do?
He is. He made his money in steel.
Steel, another one. Steel. Wow.
He actually owns 3 villas on the Cap,
Right.
all of which have been seized.
Wow, that's a lot of villa, because coming up here is Nellcôte on the left. I'm pretty sure he paid 150 million for Nellcôte.
I believe so.
And up until recently, till he bought it actually, you used to be able to see through those gates because they're absolutely beautiful. But then he put some netting up to stop, I guess, the hordes of Rolling Stones fans who regularly roll up here to check it out. But by the magic of our drone and television, we can see inside. Let's take a look at what he's lost. So we're now headed away from Villa Nellcôte back into Villefranche to the fifth of our villas, the fifth and final oligarch seized villa. And again, this is a villa that will be very well known to anybody who's been to Villefranche and done one of my walks. If you do the walk that goes from Sans-Culotte into the harbour of Villefranche, so the walk with no panties, because that's what Sans-Culotte means, walk with no panties. You don't have to do it in no panties, but I think many people prefer it if you do. You will see this this vast pile. We are now back in Villefranche, headed towards villa number 5, the last and final of the seized villas. I should point out there are more than 5 villas that have been seized down here, but some of the other ones, like the one that, a couple that I think belong to Mr. Abramovich, are on Cap d'Antibes, which, as we make our journey down the French Riviera in this little Citroen, we're going to visit Cap d'Antibes, so maybe we'll point them out. Keep your eyes peeled.
Are we going to Carrefour Market?
No. So you can get some of your stamps. Mr. Boo's collecting Green Shield stamps to get some knives.
Miss Battier knives.
Battier knives. He sticks them in every night religiously in his little book, like my grandma used to do. So we are coming now to what I think is one of the most beautiful villas on this whole coastline. One that's used very often for filming, and the villa next to it is the seized villa. And who owns that one, Mr. Boo?
The villa is owned by Vadim Moshkovich.
Vladimir Moshkovich.
Vadim Moshkovich.
And what does he do?
He is an agricultural king.
An agricultural king? He sounds like he's on Dragon's Den.
No, he does. Well, he is actually quite philanthropic.
Is he in fertiliser?
He's not in fertiliser. He's in land and sugar and pigs.
Pigs. Made his fortune in pigs. Where there's muck, there's brass. And so let's take a look at that one by the magic of television. So there you have it, an insight into the lives and living habits of the super rich and the houses that they no longer own. Thanks for all your likes, thanks for all your coffees. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.